Hey guys, and today's topic of discussion gonna be why your profitable strategy will still fail. So, the main concept we're gonna be talking today about is variance and can you actually survive it. So now let me draw you a few graphics here, then I will use my tool to actually simulate everything, and you will see why even profitable strategies will fail you sometimes in a live environment. So you've been backtesting your strategy, maybe manually, maybe automatically, and you've got this beautiful equity curve, and you think finally about deploying it live. But there is one more thing to consider. You do not choose your wealth path, and even though the one you got in backtest may think pretty attractive to you, but it's actually misleading, because even though you have positive EV strategy, maybe, but let's assume you do, you cannot choose the wealth path, and the prop firm imply very strict constraints on our trading in terms of max drawdown limit, intraday drawdowns, trailing end of day drawdowns, so surviving the variance becomes even harder. So how would the strategy with low variance look like? As you can see, low variance strategy looks vastly different, and I will prove it with actual simulations, not drawings, in a couple of seconds. So with such strategy, you might have lower returns totally, but at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is you getting a payout before breaching an account and eventually spending on evals less than you get from payouts. So how do you achieve that? How do you achieve low variant? Think for a couple seconds. Okay, I won't torture you. All you need is to have a low RR strategy in order to survive variance. But there is one important thing to note about low RR strategies. If your RR is like less than, let's say, 0.75, the tail risk probably increases, or you simply risk so little that it takes months for you to get a payout or pass an evil. So you should be aware of that and don't use strategies that have 0.1 R, because your equity curve may look smooth for quite some time, even on backtest, but the tail risk is still there, and one day this will happen. So now let's get to actual simulations. So we open my website ufvg.fun and press here a prop firm simulator. As you can see, you get a tool here. So now let's test the high RR strategy and see what a high variance looks like. So both strategies will have 0.1 expected value. And now we will plug in the high variance strategy. So I will prove what I drew a few seconds ago, and we will see the pass rate and all important statistics that you have to know before going to use your before using your strategy in a live environment or in profit environment. So we will have 25% win rate, 3.4 risk to reward, and this will be EV of 0.1. So let's plug this value in, 3.4 risk to reward ratio and 25% win rate, 1 trade per day. So now let's run the simulations. As you can see, our strategy doesn't really perform that well. The pass rate is slightly less than 50%, and zero payout rate is pretty damn high. So even though the strategy is overall positive, as you can see, you will fail pretty frequently. Now let's switch to low RR high win rate strategies or low variance strategy. We will use the 60% win rate and RR of 0.83. So now let's run. As you can see, our pass rate is significantly higher, and zero payout rate is way way lower. For prop firms, low variance is really important. This was pretty quick video. I think this was really important to note. So let's please like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.